Welcome to God's Power, where knowledge and faith come together, living with purpose, growing in faith. If you want to deepen your understanding of biblical truths and historical traditions, you're in the right place. Today, we will unveil the real story behind Corpus Christi, its origins, its deep biblical meaning, and why it remains one of the most significant celebrations in Christianity. Stay with me, because what you're about to learn might completely change your perspective. On this sacred day, before we dive in, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. Your support helps us continue bringing you powerful content that strengthens your faith and understanding. Now, let's begin. Have you ever walked through a street decorated with beautiful, colorful carpets made of sawdust and flowers? Have you seen grand processions with thousands of people carrying banners, candles, and the Holy Eucharist in a golden monstrance? Corpus Christi is a visually stunning event, but its beauty goes beyond the artistic displays. What if I told you that this celebration was born from a miracle, one so powerful that it changed the course of history? Today, we will travel back in time, explore its biblical foundations, and uncover the true significance of Corpus Christi. To understand the origins of Corpus Christi, we need to go back to the 13th century, a time when the Catholic Church was strengthening its teachings on the Eucharist. At that time, there was a growing debate. Is Christ truly present in the bread and wine of the Eucharist, or is it just a symbolic act? Some doubted the doctrine of transubstantiation, the belief that the bread and wine become the actual body and blood of Christ. Then in 1263, something extraordinary happened in the small town of Bolsena, Italy. A priest, Peter of Prague, struggled with doubt. Although he was a devoted man of faith, he found it hard to believe that Christ was truly present in the Eucharist. One day, while celebrating Mass, as he spoke the words of consecration, something shocking occurred. The host began to bleed. Drops of blood stained the altar cloth right before his eyes. Overwhelmed, he rushed to tell Pope Urban IV, who, upon investigating, was convinced that this was a divine sign, confirming the real presence of Christ in the Eucharist. 1 year later, in 1264, Pope Urban IV declared Corpus Christi a universal feast for the entire Church. He commissioned the great St. Thomas Aquinas to compose the official hymns and liturgical texts for the celebration, texts still used in Catholic Masses today. But here's something even more fascinating. This event didn't just create a religious festival. It shaped the way millions of Christians understand the Eucharist itself. But what does the Bible say about this? Is Corpus Christi truly rooted in Scripture? Let's take a look. One of the most powerful moments in the Gospel occurs in John 6:51-56, where Jesus says, "I am the living bread that came down from heaven. Whoever eats this bread will live forever. This bread is my flesh, which I will give for the life of the world." His audience was shocked. Many could not accept these words and abandoned him. But Christ did not change or soften his teaching. He reinforced, "Unless you eat the flesh of the Son of Man and drink his blood, you have no life in you." This passage is the foundation of the Eucharist, and consequently, the celebration of Corpus Christi. Later, at the Last Supper, in Luke 22:19, Jesus took bread, gave thanks, broke it, and gave it to his disciples, saying, "This is my body, which is given for you. Do this in remembrance of me." These words are the core of Catholic Eucharistic theology. The early Christians understood that the Eucharist was not just a symbol, but a real encounter with Christ. Corpus Christi is, therefore, a direct response to these biblical truths, reminding us of Christ's presence among us. Now that we understand its biblical foundation, let's explore how Corpus Christi is celebrated around the world today. In many countries, Corpus Christi is a national holiday. The most iconic tradition is the creation of elaborate carpets made of colored sawdust, flower petals and sand, decorating the streets for processions. In countries like Brazil, Portugal and Spain, entire communities come together to craft stunning images that tell stories of faith, sacrifice and redemption. The processions are another striking aspect of Corpus Christi. The Holy Eucharist, carried in a golden monstrance, is taken through the streets as thousands follow in prayer and song. This public demonstration of faith is a reminder that Christ walks among his people. The solemnity, the devotion, and the deep sense of unity make this one of the most breathtaking religious celebrations in Christianity. But there are also many misconceptions about Corpus Christi. Some believe it originated only as a medieval custom, unrelated to Scripture. But as we've seen, it's deeply rooted in the Bible. Others think that only Catholics celebrate it. Yet many Anglican and Lutheran communities also observe the feast, emphasizing Christ's presence in the Eucharist. Another question that often arises is, why isn't Corpus Christi celebrated in every Christian tradition? The answer lies in theological differences. Many Protestant traditions interpret the Eucharist symbolically, whereas Catholic and Orthodox teachings hold that it is truly the body and blood of Christ. Despite these differences, Corpus Christi remains a celebration that invites all believers to reflect on the gift of Christ's sacrifice. Beyond history and tradition, Corpus Christi carries a deep spiritual meaning. The Eucharist is not just a ritual, it is a moment of divine intimacy. Saints throughout history, from St. Augustine to Mother Teresa, spoke of the transformative power of the Eucharist, how receiving Christ strengthens the soul, renews faith, and brings healing. Today, many believers share powerful testimonies of how the Eucharist changed their lives. Moments of deep peace, miraculous healings, and renewed faith. This celebration is not just about remembering an event, it is about living in communion with Christ. Now let's take a moment to reflect. What does Corpus Christi mean to you? Have you ever attended a procession or felt a special connection during the Eucharist? I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments. If you enjoyed this video and learned something new, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to Vida Plena Sempre so we can continue sharing knowledge and faith with you. And remember, living with purpose, growing in faith. See you in the next video.